Hey guys, Sean here. I'm reviewing a movie that I've been wanting to review for a long time, and I just never done it. Um, and that is the 2012 movie, The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Okay. So this is a 2012 American coming-of-age comedy drama. It's an adaptation of a 1999 novel by the same name. It was written and directed by the author's novel, which is very cool, Stephen Chbosky. I hope I pronounced that right. It was filmed in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The film was released September 21st, 2012 to positive critical reception and commercial success, earning $33.4 million to a budget of $13 million. Nice. I would say it made twice its budget, then some. The film stars Logan Lerman, Emma Watson, and Ezra Miller. This is one of three films from John Malkovich, Leanne Halfin, I think, and Russell Smith's Mr. Mudd production that features struggling teenagers. The other two are Ghost World and Gino. Yeah, pretty much John Malkovich helped put this movie together. Basically what I heard is that his company basically helped Chbosky finance the movie, and then decided to Chbosky, here you go, here's the money, make the movie the way you want to do it, we're not going to step in, we're just going to help you as much as we can. Something to that effect. So yeah, I actually, let's see, the plot is basically about this kid Charlie who's starting his first year of high school, and he's always watching from the sidelines. He's always watching life on the sidelines, and until he meets these two seniors. Charlie is played by Logan Lerman, I forgot to say, and the two seniors are played by Emma Watson and Ezra Miller, and they kind of help Charlie sort of break out of his shell and help him adjust to life within high school, etc. And then there's a plot twist at the end of the movie that I don't want to spoil for those who haven't seen this movie. The extended cast includes, a bunch of people I'm not going to name. There's a bunch of people here. I'll just mention a few others. There's Mae Whitman, Paul Rudd, Kate Walsh, Melanie Linsky. Yes, Rose from 2.5 Men is in this movie. She has a very small role, though. And then Joan Cusack's in this movie as well. And then someone named Tom Savini, who apparently is a special effects makeup artist kind of person. He basically plays a wood shop teacher, which, sorry about that. Something in my throat, kinda. But, I love this movie. It's a ton of fun to watch. I would say that this is probably one of my favorite movies to ever see, I think. One of the reasons why I love this movie, and first of all, let me say, I saw this movie back in 2014. Even though I did see the trailers, I just didn't see them in theaters. And you guys may call me weird for saying this, but the main reason I wanted to see this movie was because of these two actors, of Lerman and Watson. Now, if you're going to ask why, I'll tell you. Because I was a fan of the Percy Jackson series and of the Harry Potter franchise. So, seeing these two in a movie together, I was excited. Some people say Emma Watson is doing an American accent in this movie. but I couldn't tell. She still sounds like she does in the Harry Potter movies. I think it's just I was so used to her in those movies that the accent change wasn't really all that noticeable. You know, that I was so used to her speaking with a certain accent, it wasn't really noticeable to change if there was one. But I love this movie. Basically, Sam and Patrick are step siblings. Sam's mother married Patrick's stepdad, and that's how they're step siblings, obviously. Patrick's character is a kind of an interesting character. He's kind of gay. He's gay, but he kind of keeps all his emotions bottled up. You know, he kind of exudes this comedian, but deep down he's this, I don't want to say tortured soul, but that's like the best description I can think of, and the only one I can think of really. So I did like his character. He's kind of the goof though, or at least tried to present himself as a goof. You know, always wants to have fun with life despite his we'll say missteps, I guess. And the character of Sam in her freshman year was basically just described as a party girl, and now essentially life's coming back to bite her in the ass, and she's starting to regret her freshman year, wishing that she had studied so she can get into a good college and stuff. And I really like these actors. They play off each other very well. Ezra Miller was recently cast as the Flash, and I hope he's going to do good. Based on this movie alone, I think he's going to do great as the Flash. He did make a cameo in Batman v Superman, but I'm looking forward to see how he can do in a full appearance, if that makes any sense. His full appearance, whatever. But yeah, I love this movie. I think it's a lot of fun. The soundtrack is some great music. I just love this movie. I think it's a lot of fun. Do I have any nitpicks with this movie? No. Not really. I don't have any that... If I did, and I know this may seem weird, but Watson and Learman end up together in the end of the movie, you know, obvious. But they play off each other so well that I wish they had gotten together earlier in the movie, just so they could see that romantic relationship develop. And also, this is one of the most honest portrayals of high school. I would know, because this movie is basically mimics my life in school. Because I was basically a kid who never got involved in the activities. You know, I was like Charlie. I was basically a wallflower. I used to sit on the sidelines and watch life pretty much pass me by. And I had a teacher as a son of... I had this kind of mentor-teacher, or mentor-student relationship, kind of a mentor-protege, or whatever, with one of my teachers, is like Charlie does, with his teacher, Mr. Anderson, played by Paul Rudd. Joan Cusack's in this movie as well. But here's what I find funny is that she has top, I guess, for lack of a better phrase, top billing over Paul Rudd, and yet she's only a cameo at the end. Granted, she does appear in the alternate opening, but it's weird is all. But yeah, I love this movie. It's a lot of fun to watch. I would rank this movie, as far as my favorite movies, I would rank this just below the Toy Story movies. That's how much I love this movie. Is literally. So yeah, it's my review of Perfectly Wallflower. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Catch you guys later.